Hey, a lot of ideas floating around my head about this film. One is that I wanted to know where it starts with you, because in this project, is this the book that you wanted to make a film of for a long time, or is it recent, or?
No, for a long time I've wanted to do this book, and we only did half the book for this movie because it was a 1,000-page book, 6 million copies worldwide. It was Hubbard's most popular science fiction book, and according to 2 surveys, the most favorite book of the century. So we really had a lot to live up to. But we could only do the first 500 pages, so the second 500 would be a sequel.
And are you going to do that?
Yeah, next year.
For sure, it's positive.
Yeah, for next year, and we'll tell the rest of the story. But I think we ended off at a good point.
And will you still have bad teeth and hair extensions?
Oh yeah, that's
because that's a part of that character.
Part of the character, and also the Kerbango drink that all the aliens drink is this kind of lemon lime looking slime that keeps them kind of high all day. Which doesn't help to for their criminal, motivations here.
We call it a green river. We go to Sonic and order those. That's what we call it here in Texas.
Is that right?
When an audience in Dallas pays, I think we're still paying $6.50 or $7 for a ticket. I get in free. It's a good deal.
Yeah,
but when they pay their money to see Battlefield Earth, what kind of things do you want them to think and feel as they walk out?
I hope their container of popcorn's big. I hope their soda's the appropriate size, and whatever choice of candy they is appropriate, because for me, I just want them, like all my other movies, to be entertained to the max. That's mainly what I want.
There's a scene with your wife in the film, short scene that's very funny, and she has a very long tongue.
Yeah.
When you get up in the morning and go to work that day, do you say, "Honey, this is the big tongue scene"?
I wish.
in your wildest dreams.
Right.
I'm assuming that's a playground that's fun for you, to go to work that day and work with her and do those kinds of things in those wild outfits.
Well, I thought it was great because normally when you think of a couple doing a scene together in a movie, they're a couple, of some sort. And in this case, we were so avant-garde and so bizarre, alien couple that are blackmailing, others on the planet. It was a very unusual way of doing a scene with your wife,
Did you end up with a film you set out to make?
Better.
Why?
Because I didn't know you could pull it off at this level. I wasn't really aware that the state of art technology was where it was. I didn't know that there would be the support from every major professional in the world of science fiction. That I could not have anticipated. All I knew is that I loved the book. I wanted to get it done. The idea that everyone from Star Wars, all the top professionals in major action and science fiction movies wanted to be part of it, at first for no money, contributing money. I mean, whatever it was, I had no idea that they were all as in love with the book as I was. And then, of course, with these surveys that were taken, it was, voted the favorite book of the century. In many. So I guess it all makes sense now, but at that time, I was kind of alarmed by the support that we got, much like the first Star Wars, where in England everybody was working to get this vision done that George Lucas had wanted.
And a huge vision.
Yes.
Huge. I think that, you talk about your love for the book, and I think the public perception is because of the ties to Scientology and the passion for Scientology, that's where the love of the film came.
Yeah.
Can you clear that up? Is
Sure.
it one and the same?
Nothing to do with Scientology, and I would have wanted to do this book anyway, because I'm famous for doing books into movies, General's Daughter, and Get Shorty, Civil Action, and Primary Colors, and I'm attracted to books to make into movies because the stories are already told. And so whether it had to, the same writer as a philosophy that I like or not, this is a great book, and 6 million people know it, and I'm just one of those people that love this particular book.
And your ties with Scientology have been there for years and years and years. This is not a new
25
thing.
years.
Yeah, 25 years. I've always wanted to ask you one question about it. During the downtime in Hollywood, when you weren't getting the films you wanted and you were trying to get arrested,
Sure.
in a sense, was your passion for Scientology stronger then, or has it always been constant and always been the
constant.
same?
Always been constant, because I've always used it for, ways of living and good thinking concepts, and I've always loved it.
One thing I've always appreciated about you is you've always been grateful. You know, when you talk about the early films, it's not like, oh, I don't want to talk about Grease or Saturday Night Fever,
Oh, God, no.
or even Moment by Moment or anything. You're always grateful
Yeah.
for those opportunities. Is that true?
It's because it's the foundation of your career. You can't ignore Cotter or Fever or Grease or Urban Cowboy. I mean, those are the blueprint for what you. If I hadn't done those, probably Quentin Tarantino would have never hired me for Pulp Fiction, and I would not be in the shape I am today. You know, so you can't ignore your roots in your career.
When you say the shape you're in today, there's a million actors who would love to be in that shape.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that connection, why some people get in that shape and get to the point where we are and some don't. Because sometimes there's so many talented people out there that just don't get a break.
Well, I mean, I don't know why. There's different reasons for everybody. I just always had a lot of faith in my abilities, and always thought careers were a technical thing, meaning careers were who is giving the opportunities at what time and what are they. And I just felt that I fit into the right pictures at the right time and didn't doubt that I could do them. And my intention was always and will always be to entertain. And more than that, to inspire people. I also like to get them excited about what they watch. You know, so.
Last quick question. Is being a dad the best?
Yeah, it is certainly among the reasons to live, you know.
Congratulations, Dad.
Thank you, Dad.
You got a new one.
All right.
All right, way to go.